Hello and welcome back to Think and Be Well. If you want to know a little more about what Think and Be Well is about, please check out my other videos. Today I'm going to provide 10 practical tips for managing pain. When I was in the hospital for 6 days after my surgery, I barely got up, barely moved. I only got up when I had to, and when the therapist came by, the occupational therapist came by to get me up out of bed, I simply said no thank you. I was pretty grumpy, but then a lot had happened to me. Towards the end of that hospital stay, another occupational therapist came in and he wasn't taking no for an answer. I got up, he taught me how to use a wheelchair, and believe it or not, the moving it really felt good to move. I could feel the pain that I was in was subsiding to some degree, and I had gone with 6 days of just immeasurable pain in the hospital that just nothing really seemed to take care of it. So getting up, getting moving, number one. Number two, stay busy. Find something to do. If you're at work, then work is what you're doing. If you're not able to work, find something to occupy your mind. If your mind is left by itself, when you live with a chronic condition, a chronic pain, then you spend all your time thinking about your pain and how much pain you're in. And unfortunately, thinking about all that pain simply attracts more pain in your life and more suffering. So stay busy. Find something to do. Keep yourself busy. It works as a distraction, for one, but also staying busy and having goals to work for activates that reward system in your brain and releases dopamine into your body. And dopamine is one of the body's magic chemicals for actually reducing pain. So stay busy. Number three, take regular breaks. If you work a job where you sit all day, you need to stand up, you need to stretch, you need to move around, you need to take a break from the environment that you're in. If you've got a job where you do manual labor, then oftentimes the act of standing all day, walking around, doing other manual labor actually can aggravate your pain, make you feel more tired. So you've got to take breaks. Number four, and this is a biggie, you've got to become a student of your life. You've got to analyze your environment, and not just the environment at home, but you've got to analyze your environment at work. You need to analyze the various environments that you might find yourself in a given day, a given week, a given month. At any point, always have some idea of the environment. When you begin doing this enough, you kind of know the things you're going to need to accommodate you in these environments. So accommodations are huge, and understanding your environment and becoming a student of your life in your environment so that you can build those accommodations given any environment that you're in is going to drastically reduce the amount of pain that you have to sort of endure and go through. Part of analyzing your environment and accommodating for yourself is don't take shit from anybody, because you may not know who you are in this new pain body if it's new to you, or even if it's old, maybe you haven't really analyzed your environment. But you've got to set boundaries. And boundaries, it's a broad term. Oftentimes I find I have to set boundaries with tasks, set boundaries on my job, set boundaries with people. Because your health is about you. And if you can't maintain your health and a healthy pain level in your body, then you can't perform. And then that gets in your mind, and then that makes it even worse. And you don't have the ability to perform as needed to at your job or whatever it is you do. So understand your environment, analyze your environment, create accommodations. Number 5, hydrate. The science on this is rock solid and has been around for a very long time. Hydration moves toxins out of the body and allows the needed fluids to move good chemicals through your body. You've got to stay hydrated. And I suck at this, but I'm getting better. Number 6, get a massage and create a stretch routine. Stretching is so good for you, and if you can create this routine by yourself, it's even better, because what's happening is now your mind, your heart, your body, your spirit is involved in creating this routine. You're invested in the routine. You're invested in yourself, and it becomes an integrated part of all the various systems in your life when you can create a routine for yourself. Definitely go and get a massage at least once a month. I go twice a month, but at least once a month. Have someone work on you. It does a lot to relieve stress and the toxins that are oftentimes held up in the muscle tissues and the fibers of our bodies. This absolutely works to reduce pain. But then create that routine, that stretch routine. Study it out, figure it out, and just make it a part of your life. Whether you do it 2 times a week, 3 times a week, or every morning before work, or every evening before bed, or find some time that you can get by yourself and do stretching. Number 7, don't be afraid to ask for help. This was huge for me. I remember the first time that I went to the grocery store by myself, after I had gotten out of the hospital, and I got to the checkout counter, and they put my groceries in the cart, and I remember the mental process I had to go through to ask for help. It's often difficult to ask for help if you've not had to do that much before. But don't be afraid to ask for help. I have found throughout my years of dealing with pain that there are people around you who are willing to help you in any way that they can. Number 8, make time to relax. You go, and I know that part of what I said that I use for pain management requires staying busy, but not to the point where you don't also build in those times for relaxation. And if you live with pain, you need 3 to 4, maybe 5 hours of relaxing just at the end of your day. If you work a full day, you may need more. But if you don't build that time in, other things will eat up your time. And maybe relaxation is a hobby. Maybe you find something that you do that's a hobby that you find relaxing. Figure it out, but schedule it. Number 9, get yourself a heating pad and a massage pillow. I like this one right here. This is called the Shiatsu pillow. Let me show you what goes on under the hood here. You put this on your back, or wherever you feel pain. You can put it up on your neck, you can put it on your chest, you can put it on your leg, and it massages the muscles in that area, and it does a really great job. You can also add a little heat. It's a fantastic massage pillow, and I recommend it highly. Number 10, sleep. Now, these are in no particular order, but sleep is really high on the list of things that you've got to do. If you're not getting good sleep, then your body doesn't get a chance to heal itself. It's broken down all day. You're tearing it down. Your mind is not in a good place. So sleep is absolutely one of the most important things you can do. However, if you live with chronic pain or a chronic pain syndrome, you understand that sleep is oftentimes elusive. It's difficult to sleep when you are in pain all the time. And you are never more alone with your pain than when you are in bed. It doesn't matter your sleeping arrangements, doesn't matter any of that. You are generally in a place where you don't have the distractions of the day to take your mind off of the pain. It's just you and your body. And if your body is experiencing pain regularly, then it's just you and that pain. And this is where it really begins to work on your mind. And you don't get sleep. So some of the things you can do, this is the time when I would take medication. Ibuprofen, melatonin helps you sleep. I've taken a PM pain medication, something that has a painkiller in it and then also has an antihistamine. This is what they use, and antihistamine makes you sleepy. This is that time, actually, where meditation is good. If you don't want to meditate, at least do some deep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. This relaxes the body. But again, if you want to put some earphones in, grab your meditation app and do a meditation. It's getting yourself out of that tense state so that you can really get to sleep, because that's where you need to be. So do whatever it takes so that you can get 6 to 8 hours of sleep in the evening. If you live with pain, you need to have those sleep cycles, or you will have to endure a lot more pain the next day, and then it just stacks. It just builds and stacks, and you go through a week of not getting good sleep, and you're in a bad place. But if you've lived with chronic pain, then you know what it's like. Maybe you haven't had good sleep for 6 months. Maybe you haven't had good sleep longer than that. And it begins to really create depression and anxiety. So sleep is number one. This is one of the things you got to figure out. What it takes, do whatever it takes, do some research, talk to your doctor, find out how you can get some sleep. Those are my 10 practical steps for managing pain. Thanks for watching. And if you found a vibe with the message, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. You can also hit the bell if you want a little reminder when new content is posted. Think and be well today, my friend, and peace.